What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, I transferred to the University of Michigan. However, there is a little bit of a twist, and right here we actually get that stop. And as you can clearly see, here's the twist I am talking about. I'm going to be playing cornerback as well as quarterback. And good God, I made that man. The coach said, I seen you play at Notre Dame, and I know you can be very explosive for me. And so right here, I showed the coach that not only can I run, but I could also pass as I hit my boy up the seam, and he goes for a big gain of yards. I am just so glad that coach trusts me to this level. In my first game playing in the maize and blue, I gotta show him I can make things happen. No matter what team I'm on, I'm always gonna ball out, whether it's offense or defense. And right here on third and inch, we get that stuff. And you already know I'm still returning kicks back, and I'm still a mean returner as I break multiple tackles, getting all the way down past my 50-yard line. Only thing that kind of sucks about this is that I'm not as athletic as I thought I was, because man, oh man, am I tired. But that doesn't matter. I still have to throw these bombs to my team. Man, that was a great catch. We got to that goal line. I called it another read option for us, and you already know I'm getting into that end, so I cannot be stopped. I was absolutely fired up with my teammates, and right here on 3rd and 3, they're already down 2 possessions, so they need to get back in this game. And right here, he throws an absolute bomb over top. And I've been playing quarterback so much, I almost forgot how to play corner. But you know, that's all right. It's right here on 1st and 10. The quarterback's going to go ahead and roll out that pocket, and we get that sack. My first game playing 2 positions is going pretty smooth. Right here on 3rd and long, the quarterback's going to go ahead and drop back. He looks, scans, fires, and gets a receiver, but he steps out of bounds just a yard. They ended up just taking their 3, and right here I get the ball to Blake Corum, and oh my goodness, he's just shrugging off a tackle. He's going to go ahead and find a little seam, and he ends up getting 23 yards. Boy, is running like a man possession right here. I got to go ahead and drop back, and I'm using my legs, scrambling. I finally fire way up deep, and he gets it off the tip. I mean, oh my goodness. We punched it in just a couple plays later, and right here we got the ball to start off in the 3rd quarter. I'm going to go ahead and do a little read option, and you already know Quavion is a dangerous player in that open field, because he is the fastest player in the NCAA. Nobody's going to catch him, and he goes all the way to that box for set. So Quavion is really a do-it-all player, locking up on the defensive side as well as the offensive side. Is right here. I get that tackle, and I make him cough that ball. Usually you don't want your quarterback hitting other guys, but when you're on defense, anything goes. I am definitely one of the best tacklers in the NCAA, and right here I pancake the receiver to let him know my name. We are absolutely dogging Central Michigan. Right here on offense, I go with a little read option, hit with JJ, and I get to that outside, and I go up that field for that first. I mean, shower handles just so elusive. And right here on 1st and 10, I'm going to go ahead and roll out to the right, pressure in my face, but it doesn't matter because I make an absolute dart of a throw on the run that set my team up at great. We didn't do too much on 1st and goal, but on 2nd and goal, I'm letting the time wind down to make sure that it's the last play right here, and I throw an absolute dot in the back of the end zone. This was a damn good game, and way to start off my Ironman athlete careers. Right here, I had 6 for 6 passing. Oh my goodness. It's week 2, and this is the revenge game against my old school Notre Dame. You already know I had to start this game off with a bang, as I'm going 20, 10, goal line, shower handle. I had to set the tone early with that kick return, and right here on 2nd and 10, I pancaked the receiver to let him know that, hey, there is no love from this. I remember when I did look on the schedule, I did have this bad boy circled all the way in bright highlighter red, and right here I get some pressure on the court. Finally being on the team that utilizes my skills means I get to torch Notre Dame on defense and on offense. Is right here on 3rd and 2. The pressure gets a little bit too much, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to throw off my back foot like an extra 30 yards. My arm strength is insane, and of course you already know my elusiveness and leg and scrambling ability is insane. As right here I put it right. I'm pretty much the best player on the field at all times, and right here I just shrug a tackle and just walk into that edge. Honestly, nothing against Notre Dame, but they just freaking suck, dude. I don't know. It's right here. 3rd and 3. The quarterback's going to go ahead and drop back. He hits it short, but I'm right there to wrap them up and make that. Yeah, their offensive drive ended up stalling out in classic Notre Dame fashion. And right here, I get the ball back, and on 2nd and 2, I'm going to go ahead and use my legs in order to pick up the first and much more. But bro, I don't know why he hit me that hard. I mean, golly, I know I'm beating y'all kind of bad, but Jesus, is right here. I ended up throwing a pit because I got hit in my chest. However, if I am going to be an Ironman athlete, I got to show my toughness. Is right here on 3rd and 20. I'm going to let the quarterback know that is not on my watch. Me and my teammates break. Now, you are probably wondering, hey, how are you be able to play 2 positions, offense and defense, and not really take plays off? Well, if I were to let you know the secret, I would definitely get banned from the NCAA is right here. I throw an absolute rope to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. He gets tackled for a pretty good gain of yards. Yeah, but the training staff definitely got me on like the supplement plan. I forgot what it's called. It's something like steroids or something. I forgot what it's called, but right here on 4th and 12, I'm going to try to roll all the way back and make something happen. I do get the pass off, but it's out of bounds. I mean, it was a bonehead decision to go for it on 4th and 12, but it doesn't matter. I was feeling kind of froggy, and right here, I go ahead and get in that backfield. It is now 1st and 10, and they have that ball, and I already knew where they were running. I blow off their running back. That boy cannot hold me, and right here on 3rd and 12, he's going to go ahead and drop back, but the press too much, he ends up taking a sack. And I get that ball back in offense. You already know I'm going to sling this bad boy right here. I throw an absolute dot across the middle. Oh my goodness, that post route was clean. And this is literally all I wanted from Notre Dame. I just wanted a little bit more responsibility, and right here I pass the Shoemaker, and he makes a pretty good move. It gets in that end. So Notre Dame is putting up a big fat donut. Is right here. I get that ball back on offense in the 1st and 10. You already know I'm going to take off once I see that green grass, and I go ahead and fumble this ball. I mean, I feel really bad because I ended up fumbling the ball, and they ended up taking it a really long way. After that, coach go ahead, he pulled me out for defense and ended up scoring, but it doesn't really matter to me because I already know I could score once again on offense, as right there, the safety just bit down a little bit too hard because they freaking suck. I'm just so glad I get to beat up on Notre Dame because these dudes are absolute trash. It's right here on 1st and 10. I'm looking, scanning, and I finally fire. I set my feet, and the receiver makes a great catch in the back of the end. Now here on defense, you already know I'm hyping the crowd up. We are up 3 possessions. This game is pretty much over, but it don't matter. I'm still laying out receiver. It don't matter how many positions I play. It don't matter what I do. I'm always going to bring the pressure. It's right here. The quarterback tries to test me, and when you go my way, I'm going to make you pay every single time. Let's go. I got that ball back from my offense. You already know I'm going to be slinging that rock and throwing some dots. But now it's goal line time, and you already know it's a quick I mean, that touchdown pretty much put the game away, and I really should be subbed out, but it don't really matter, though, because I'm still going to be laying up on these receivers. Right here on 3rd and 10, the quarterback's going to go ahead and drop back, and he's going to look my way. You already know that ball is going to be mine, and I get another pick, and I'm going to go ahead and celebrate my boy. We ended up winning this game in convincing fashion. And you already know this game was a really big game for Quavion as he goes against his old school. And right here, you can see my stats. I absolutely balled out this game. Here in our next game against Alabama, I finally have the honor to play against Bryce Young once again. Everybody says that he's too short for the league and that he's going to end up becoming a bust, but man, I could tell you right now, that boy can play. However, his first drive did stall out, so maybe he's not worth the hype. But right here on 4th and 1, I'm going to go ahead and go with the read option. This Alabama defense is tough. I remember playing Bryce Young back in the day when I was in Texas A&M, but right now, it's looking like our offense is going to be killing their defense as we end up scoring on a long touchdown. Back in the Texas A&M days, our offense couldn't do nothing, but finally we're getting stops on defense, and we're going to go ahead and score on off. And it's all because of me, Quavion, Latavius, Daryl, shower handlers right here. I'm going to go ahead and scramble, get a big gain of yards on the ground. That put my team in a great position to score. However, on 4th and 10, I just freaking didn't see the linebacker in coverage, and I throw it right to him as one of my first interceptions of the season. However, to me, though, that doesn't really matter because since I can play defense as well, that means I could actually make a change the game. And for some reason, Bryce Young just can't see over his offensive line. He ends up getting sacked. Yeah, that dude Bryce Young is like 5'6". But anyway, right here on 1st and 10, I'm going to go ahead and roll out and throw an absolute strike to the receiver across the middle. He's going to go for a big gain of yards. That put us in great field position. And on 2nd and 10, you already know I'm looking to score again. And my wide receiver got some great separation. I threw an absolute dot to the defense. I just couldn't put that ball where I needed to. Coach ended up pulling me aside and said, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" I said, "Sorry, coach. I'll make it up to you on the next drive." And I did just that, scoring it. And I was obviously fired up. Right here on defense, Alabama's going to go ahead and drive all the way down the field. And I just wasn't manned up correctly and ended up letting up a touch. But that is okay, though, because I let a money drive of myself. And right here, I throw an absolute strike across the middle to my receiver, and he gets down right in that goal line. If we have any chance of upsetting Alabama at home, we need to score here. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and just take this ball, just roll out, and I walk into that box for a sack. That was absolutely crucial that we score right there because we ended up getting the ball at half, and you already know if you're going to beat Alabama, you need to have the ball in your hands at all times. It's right here. I get it pretty. However, that drive stalled out pretty quickly, and now it's Alabama's turn to score. And on 3rd and 10, Bryce Young just can't see over his offensive line. Alabama ended up giving us that ball back, and right here on 1st and 10, I had to freaking make this crazy throw on the run, cross my body in order to pick up this first. I was just so tired that I couldn't actually be on the field, but right here, J.J. McCarthy went ahead and ran this bad boy in for 6. I finally get back on that field after taking my steroids, and right here, as you can clearly see, TaQuayon's going to go ahead and go right to the right side. As you already know, TaQuayon is a dangerous returner in that open space. He breaks some tackles, but him getting tackled. Right here at the start of the fourth quarter, you already know we got that ball, and it's 31-14. We're kind of running away with this game, but we have to seal the deal with another touch. I'm going to go ahead and scramble, and right here I see a big chunk of grass. I got a key block to the outside, and I get a 31-yard gain. But once again, I was just a little bit too tired in order to get this touchdown, and right here, Jaden McCarthy's going to go ahead and hand it off to Donovan Edwards. He just makes a quick move, and he gets in that box for 6. We ended up taking down number 1 Alabama, and as you can see, my stats are absolutely insane. 300 through the air and 129 on the ground. Here in our next game against Penn State, and I was absolute dog on offense. It's right here. I go with the read option. I make that bad boy eat turf. I try to get that key block on the outside, but I'm just getting pushed out of bounds. But that was still a big run, and right here I'm going to go with the read option once again because these bad boys can't stop this, and I'm going to go ahead and just dive for that byline. I ain't really get to play defense that much this game, which kind of made me sad, but it don't really matter because I'm still tearing up Penn State with that bad juke, and I almost get loose, but I got shoestring too. I've been setting these bad boys up for the pass all day, and right here on this play action, I'm just going to go ahead and hit the receiver. He's wide open. Penn State got a big old fat donut, and right here my bad. Anyway, right here on offense, I'm going to go ahead and go with the read option once again, and they just can't seem to stop me as I make a quick juke to the outside and I get in that box for a 6. And I was absolutely fired up. I finally took a little bit more HGH, and coach let me back on that field for this punt return. And you already know TaQuayon is a dangerous returner, especially on that open space. And he's going in and out, making everybody eat turf. 2015 10-5 goal line shower handle. You can clearly see that TaQuayon is not messing around against Penn State, and right here he's going to go ahead and roll out all the way to the left and make this insane throw back to the end zone, toe tap touchdown. Yeah, so the game's pretty much over. We ended up winning that game in convincing fashion, and you already know I'm player of the game with 5 for 8 with 96 yards and 8 carries for 136 yards. Here in this game against our little brother Michigan State, I already had to come out with the energy this game because Michigan State had no chance of beating us and messing up our playoff hopes. However, our first offensive drive did stall out, which is not a good look, but it don't matter because you already know, rapid roll, get a roll span off. I had to get in the backfield and get that running back, and right here on second down, they're going to go ahead and give us a running back again. I'm going to do a flip. These Michigan State boys are going to have a long day playing against me. Right here on 1st and 10, the quarterback's going to go ahead and drop back. He looks, but he doesn't find anything. He decides to go outside that pocket, and once you go outside that pocket, I'm looking for head. However, they ended up putting up 7, but that's okay because right here on this kickoff return, you already know I had to get in that open space, and I had to teach these bad boys a lesson, and right here I get laid out. Oh my God. But it don't really matter because I still got a pretty good return, and right here on 2nd and 10 with the play action, I go ahead and bomb over the top, and that was just a beautiful pass. I told my receiver to put a little bit of stick on his hands, but that's okay. It's right here. I'm going to go with the read option. I'm going to go ahead and get in that box for 6. Touchdown, shower him. Michigan State didn't do too much on offense, so right here we got the ball back, and you already know I'm looking to cook up as right here I decide to roll out, set my feet, and I throw right back to Blake Corum, who gets a pretty good gain of yards. You cannot play zone against me. I'm going to tear that up every single time, and right here I'm going to go ahead and drop back, and that pocket poise is insane as I throw right over the middle. I do not plan on losing this game, and everybody in Michigan State knows that. It's right here I break up this pass. I'm doing all that I can on offense and defense, and even though they're blitzing, I'm still going to go ahead and throw a mean crossbody dot across the middle in order to get that first. I'm just in the zone. I cannot be stopped. As right here on 1st and 10, I'm going to roll it again, but as I get hit, I throw it. Oh my God. We're starting to blow this game wide open. It's right here on 1st and 10. I'm going to go ahead and throw a strike to the outside and get another touch. Michigan State got no answer for our potent offense. And right here on defense, you already know me and my teammates is rolling into that ball. We had to get that running back down. And right here on 3rd and 8, the quarterback's going to go ahead and drop back, but the pressure's too much and get set. I got that ball back, and you already know when I get that ball back, good things happen as I launch this ball right down the seam and get another touchdown. Things are looking great here in Michigan State. As right here, they're going to go ahead and try to go on a little bit of a money drive, but instead, he just gets picked off, and you already know that's pretty much going to go ahead and seal the deal. Bye-bye, little bro. You already know I had to celebrate with the homies after this big win, because we are the winners of that Paul Bunyan Trophy. And I absolutely had an amazing game, throwing for over 350 yards with 5 total TDs. Oh, let's fucking go! Fuck Ohio State, fuck the program, fuck the football team, fuck the cheerleading team, fuck the volleyball team, fuck the basketball team, fuck the stadium, fuck the arena, fuck the field that they play on, fuck the helmet stickers, fuck Scarlet and Gray, fuck all of that shit, fuck CJ Stroud, fuck Mayan Williams, fuck Travion Henderson, or whatever his bitch ass dumbass name is. His fucking name's long as shit, dumbass little boy. We're gonna fucking blow these motherfuckers. Or not, if I keep freaking throwing rubber duckies like this is a bad way to start off this game against the number 3 ranked team in the country. And as you can clearly tell, I absolutely hate Ohio State. And right here, they just pushing me out the club, but he still coughed that ball up because he a bitch ass little boy. Right here, we ended up recovering that fumble, and you already know I'm on offense now. And right here, I'm gonna go with the read option. Blake Corum's gonna go ahead and get that box for shit. It's something about maize and blue that absolutely fires my blood up once I see that red and gray. Stroud ended up getting CTE after that play, and right here on 3rd and long, they're going to go ahead and drop back there looking, but CJ Stroud is just too dumb to make a pass. He ends up getting sacked. They have to put that ball off, and you already know when you punt that ball to me, I'm a dangerous returner. I go all the way back, then I start going to the front, and I got nothing but that green grass, nothing but that box in front of me, and I'm going to go ahead and get tackled. I wish I would have gotten to the end zone, but it is what it is. It's right here on 2nd and goal. I'm going to go ahead and just throw the Shoemaker. He's going to get that ball. Right here on defense, they're going to go ahead and give the Mayan Williams. I made sure to let him know that he a little ass boy. Yes, sir. Right here on 1st and 10, Mayan Williams going to go ahead and get that ball back. He a little ass boy. My bad. So anyway, CJ Stroud's going to go ahead and drop back. He ends up throwing an interception. It go right to Makari Page. And yes, sir, we get that ball back. Now, I love it when my teammates make my job easier. And right here on 1st and 10, I'm going to go ahead and just dial up the launch codes. And I mean, that was an absolute dog. We are beating the brakes off of Ohio State. It's right here on 3rd and 13. CJ Stroud's going to go ahead and drop back. He absolutely throws a dot over the outside. Oh my goodness. I mean, as much as I hate him, I have to admit he is definitely an NFL prospect. Right, he's gonna go with the screen, but you already know my teammates is routing to that ball. When he got that ball back, you already know on offense, I'm gonna make things happen. It's right here on 2nd and 10. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out. I see that seam, see that little bit of green grass, hit a little bit of a spin move, and I get a big chunky yard. The steroids ended up wearing off, and I had to sit on the sidelines and watch my teammates punch it in. We are absolutely dogging Ohio State 28-0. If he throws another interception for CJ Stroud, yeah, his draft stock just fucking tanked. We've been beating the brakes off of these boys all day long, and if I score another touchdown, I'm going to go ahead and call it early. It's right here. I'm going to go ahead and roll out to that right, make a little jig, and get a big chunky yard. With this being the last game of our season, you already know in order to be number 1 in the country and go up on top, I got to dog out Ohio State, and I do just that. Fired up. We ended up winning against Ohio State in convincing fashion. You already know we celebrating. I had an absolute wonderful game. It's the end of the season. You already know I'm going to get a lot of awards. I won that Maxwell, as well as that Walter Camp, which means I'm one of the best players in the NCAA. I won that Jet Award because I'm a dangerous returner, and I won that Heisman as a cornerback. Here in the national championship against USC, this was an absolute banger, but Coach said something very controversial to me that I feel like I have to share. Coach pulled me aside and said, hey, look, I know that you're a great player and that you could pretty much lead us to victory and win us multiple national championships, but I have to ask you one thing. I told him, yes, sir, what is it? He said, for the love of God, please, please, please do not get injured. And I said, Coach, you already know that's never going to happen. But, however, he told me that in order to ensure that doesn't happen, I have to play one side of the ball next season. This was very, very strange news, and honestly, it's kind of hard to take in the national championship game because, well, as you can clearly see, I'm playing nothing but offense. Anytime the defense came out, I never went with them as I was only playing offense. And even though I wasn't out there, I was still rooting my boys on, but we unfortunately let up a touchdown. However, I knew my role and I knew how to play it well. Being the quarterback of this Michigan team was a great honor on its own, let alone playing both sides of the ball this season. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Is right here, I throw an absolute dot to the outside of AJ Henry. We call him Henny God. But anyway, right here on 1st and 10, I'm going to go ahead and throw this absolute dot back to Henny God for that touchdown. Being on the sidelines and seeing these boys get tore up is just not a good feeling, man. Golly. I mean, this is like the most points we ever let up in a game ever. Like, all season type stuff. And honestly, it kind of pains me not being out there with my boys. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, I got to play my role. And right here on 2nd and 10, Caleb Williams is going to go ahead and throw. Oh my goodness, he got laid out. Apparently, the running back broke his MCL, ACL, had CTE, and he also broke his penis on that play. Or so I heard. Caleb Williams is absolutely driving down this field on us, and he always gets his team in great positions to score. And right here on 3rd and goal, they're going to go ahead and get stuffed. I'm finally touching the field again, and I get that ball back, but USC is only down 11, so I have to make sure I lead my team to greatness, and that's not a good start. It is what it is, though. It's right here on 4th and 24. You already know I have to throw something up and make something happen. I throw an absolute bomb down the middle, but it ends up getting picked off, and this is not a good look here in the national championship. However, the defense did tighten up, and Caleb Williams actually turned the ball over. And right here, I finally have an opportunity to go ahead and seal the deal and lead my team on a game-winning drive. Right here on 1st and 10, them USC boys was not playing with my ass, but it didn't matter because I wasn't playing with them either. Touchdown, shower handle. That touchdown was pretty huge because that allowed me to take a little bit of a rest. However, the game wasn't over yet. Coach said, get back in there and score me one more touchdown, and I promise you, we will be national champions. And right here, this 4th down conversion was absolutely crucial. We got down that field with bad intentions, and right here, I'm going to go ahead and throw an absolute dot right over the defense's head to get my goal line. It is now 1st and goal, and for some reason, my coach is calling a pass play, but it don't matter because I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to go ahead and throw across my body for a touchdown. I'm out here breaking records in the national championship. I've never played quarterback in my life, but one summer changed everything for me. As right here, Caleb Williams going to go ahead and throw a hospital pass. Oh my goodness. Right here, Caleb Williams going to go ahead. He gets that ball. He drops back 3rd and inches, and he takes off with it, and he ends up scoring, but it's just a little bit too little, too late. Coach told me I'm not taking no more chances. Go ahead and get out there and make something happen. I said, yes, sir. However, I was a little bit concerned for my health and safety since it had such little time in the game left. And right here, I absolutely died. But it doesn't matter because we are national champions, and I knew that this team was going to be the team to do it. All they needed was a perennial player to put them over the hump. I ended up getting player of the game, throwing over 370 yards. And what the fuck, Barack Obama's going to go ahead and hand my coach the trophy, but it is what it is, as we are national champions. So let me know, what will Tre'Quavion Showerhand's career have in store? Will he continue to play at quarterback? Will he go to the NFL? Or will he play 2 positions again? Let me know in the comments below.